Hello, saludos, and greetings to everybody on YouTube and Facebook. My name is Damian Padro, and I first want to thank everybody who, in just a couple of days since me putting up that video talking about these free videos, I've gotten a lot of great feedback, um, a lot of blessings sent my way. I really, really appreciate that. Remember, I do have that website up. If anyone wants to make a donation for the time that it takes to put these videos up, the information is down here on the description of the video. The most recent, I'm going to go ahead and start with Ochum because the most recent uh, request came from a daughter of Ochum up in the Kissimmee, Orlando area. So we're going to go ahead and start with Ochum. Now, a little explanation. I find that the best way to teach these songs is to work on pronunciation first. So we'll just do the words with no melody, no singing, no nothing. And then we can add the melody and then work on putting it all together in rhythm. Okay? So remember, a good technique for you guys is go ahead and pause whenever you need to pause. If you feel like writing down the words so that you can kind of look back at it later, um, whatever works for you. Okay, we'll go ahead and start with the first song. I have had some people asking me for translations. That can be sometimes a little difficult with some of these songs because you can't really get a literal translation for some of it. But I can kind of give you an idea of what some of these songs are, just so that you don't think that you're singing gibberish. Okay, so here goes the first song. First, we'll do just the words. Mogwi bale yeyeo mogwi bale. Mogwi bale yeyeo mogwi bale. Ibalaye ibalaye o mogwi bale yeyeo. So it's kind of like 3 lines. Go ahead and pause if you need to, write it down, rewind, whatever works. Next, I'm gonna add the melody. Excuse me. I'm gonna add the melody without rhythm yet. Mogwi bale ye ye o mogwi bale. Mogwi bale ye ye o mogwi bale. Ibalaye o mogwi bale ye ye o. Okay, you can stop, rewind, repeat however times you need to. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and clap the rhythm with 4 beats up ahead. So I'll count off 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll start singing in rhythm. And you can again pause and rewind as many times as you need to. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mogwi bale ye ye o mogwi bale. Mogwi bale ye ye o mogwi bale. Ibalaye o mogwi bale ye ye o. Okay, now a quick note here. These orisha songs usually follow one of 2 different patterns. Either the coro, in other words, the iworo, the audience, if you want to call it that, the santeros that are present, will either repeat exactly what the akpong or lead singer says, or it's more of a call and response where the akpong, the lead singer, says one thing, and the response may be a little bit different or may be completing the phrase. This song speaks, it's basically a song of praise, and what you're saying is, Mogwi, listen or hear the praise, vale. Mogwi vale, yeyeo, yeye, sabemos que es madre, is mother. So you're saying, listen to my praise, mother. Mogwi vale, yeyeo, mogwi vale. Mogwi vale, yeyeo, mogwi vale. And ibalaye means the world worships you. Ibalaye, ibalayeo, mogwi vale, yeyeo. Beautiful song. Okay, now this song is one of the ones that the coro repeats exactly what the apong or lead singer said. Okay, go ahead and repeat this as many times. Go back, take your notes, whatever you got to do. Okay. So this next song is kind of a continuation of the last one. It's basically the last little phrase, the ibalaye ibalaye o mogwi balaye o, but we're gonna share it. In other words, the akpong and the coro share that. So the akpong sings ibalaye ibalaye o, and the coro responds mogwi bale ye ye o, ibalaye ibalaye o, mogwi bale ye ye o, ibalaye ibalaye o, mogwi bale ye ye o. Now in time. Here we go. 1. Ibalaye o, mogwi male ye ye o. Ibalaye o, mogwi bale ye ye o. Ibalaye o, mogwi bale ye ye o. Very good. So I don't know if you noticed, I was doing the Latino thing of pointing with my mouth and my nose. That's when you got to sing. Okay. All right. So go ahead and back up and rewind this as many times as you need to, and then we can go ahead and move on. Okay, so sometimes um, in those situations where the coro and the akpong are singing two different things, in other words, the akpong sings, calls, and the coro responds, sometimes on the first try, on the first run through that coro, the akpong will sing what the coro has to sing. And this is an example of that one, this next one. So again, we'll do just the words, and then we can add the melody and move on to singing it in rhythm. So here's the song. Ochun kole babani olode. And then that pong would say babani olode, babani olode. Okay, so now we'll sing it. I'll sing it with melody for you. Ochun kole babani olode, babani olode, babani olode. Go ahead and repeat that as many times as you need to. Pause in between, whatever works for you. Okay, then I'll go ahead and sing it in rhythm. Now remember, watch for my little Latino pointing with my nose and with the mouth, with the lips and all that stuff. I'll give you the nod when it's time for the coro to sing. 4 beats up front. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ochun kole, babani olode, babani olode, babani olode. Ochun kole, babani olode, babani olode yamile, babani olode. Ochun kole, babani olode, babani olode yamile, babani olode. Ochun kole, babani olode. Okay, now you may have noticed that on that ochun kole, sometimes I do a little bit of what we call in Spanish floreo, like an embellishment, right? Ochun kole. That's kind of, depends on what's going on at the tambor. You can add that if everyone else is doing it. If not, leave it alone. It's up to you. Okay? And then the akpon, of course, has more liberty to improvise and talk, call the orisha a little bit more. All right. So this next one follows kind of the same situation as the last one, where the akpon sings one thing, the coro sings another, but the akpon gives you the coro up front. First, the lyrics. Ae ochun borun keye. And then the akpon sings borun keye. Okay. Write that down if you need to. Take notes, whatever you got to do. There's going to be a test. I'm just playing. Actually, no, the test is at the guido. Okay, now with the melody. Here we go. Ae ochun borun keye. And the akpon borun keye. Ae ochun borun keye. Borun keye. Again, there's that little embellishment, can either be part of it or not. Okay, now we'll sing it in time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ae, Oshun Borukeye, Borukeye, Ae, Oshun Borukeye, Borukeye, Ae, Oshun Borukeye, Keye, Ae, Oshun Borukeye, Borukeye, Ae, Oshun Borukeye, Borukeye. Okay, go ahead and repeat that. And you saw there was a little bit of embellishment by the akpon. That's always going to happen, so don't let it throw you off. Okay, so the next coro uh, has two different ways of singing it. More recently, in recent times, what's happening is people use it as kind of like a long call into the next coro. In other words, the akpon, it's almost like rezando, right? But if you go further back in time and also in matanzas, matanzas Cuba, I've seen situations where the whole chunk of singing is the coro. In other words, the akpon sings it and the coro repeats it. The akpon sings it and the coro repeats it. And it's a long one. I'm going to put it in here because I told you I was going to give you songs for Oshun. And this is a song for Oshun. And I know that you guys can get it with practice. It's a tough one, but I know you guys can get it together. So here goes. First, the words. And again, it's a long coro. Here we go. Ye, wama, ye. That's the first line. And that repeats. Ye, wama, ye. Now, Oshun ye, wama, akara, chola, o, bogbo, yefa. Told you it was tough. Okay, and I'm going to sing it in with melody, but not in time just yet. Here we go. Ye, wama. Ye, wama. Ye, wama. Oshun ye, wama. Akara chola o, bogbo yefa. Okay, pause and give that a try. Work on it a little bit. And now, in time. Here we go. I'll mark some beats up front. Ye, wama. Ye, wama. Ye, wama. Oshun ye, wama. Akara chola o, bobo ye fa. Ye, wama. Ye, wama. Ye, wama. Oshun ye, wama. Akara chola o, bobo ye fa. And you can see why a lot of people have gone to just the akpon singing that and then calling the next coro. Okay, because it can be a little bit tough and it gets hard to keep a whole room full of santeros, y aleyos, y babalaos to sing all of that on the same time, same rhythm. Okay, so this next couple of coros are a few of those coros that I think everybody actually does know, and but I'm going to throw them in here because they kind of come out of the last long coro. Y dice así. I'm not even going to do the words, melody, and lyrics. I'm going to go and rhythm. I'm going to go straight to singing it in rhythm. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, oh. Ya tú sabes. Yeah, oh. Y dice, yeah, oh, ama. Yeah, oh, ama. No por nada, not for nothing, but if you guys, I know you guys know that song. If there's someone on there that didn't know that song, write me an email, and I'm gonna have to talk to you. Okay. So now that we did that song that everybody probably already knows, we're gonna do one that follows that formula where the akpon and coro sing two different things, and the akpon gives it to you first. Okay. So here we go. The words first. Ala yeye, ala iko. And then the Apon says, Iyalo de alaiko. And again, you can mix up what he says, the Apon, he or she, of course. Okay, now with the melody. Ala iye, alaiko. Iyalo de alaiko. Ala iye, alaiko. Good. And now in time. Ala ye ala iko, iyano de ala iko, ala ye ala iko, iyano de ala iko, ala ye ala iko, ochunkole ala iko, ala ye ala iko, ololo di ala iko, ala ye ala iko. Good. So now you got that one. I don't want to make these videos too long, any one video too long. So there'll be more for Ochung, there'll be more for other santos. Remember, if you feel like making a donation for the work put in, go ahead and go to that website. It's on mindbites.com, but the link is written down in the comments. Thank you so much for your wonderful posts, your wonderful comments. Muchísimas gracias por las bendiciones, ya que sabemos que siempre hacen falta. Muchas bendiciones, mucho cariño, afecto para toda la gente, todos los seguidores del santo. And in English, many blessings and love to those followers of the orishas. Que Chango siempre les cuide y le abra los caminos, le dé las bendiciones, todas las bendiciones del mundo. Stay tuned, because more stuff is coming up, okay? Thank you so much. Ache.